What's up, YouTube? Yu-Gi-Oh! Tube, and today this is going to be a positive video. It's going to be a positive reaction to Konami's marketing efforts in the last month to 2 to 3 in terms of trying to get people back involved in the game, trying to get collectors involved in the game, trying to get people back into the new product. And so what is Konami doing? I can't believe I'd ever be saying this, but good job, Konami. We have had the 20th anniversary Lost Art promotion in the United States featuring these things. Monster Reborns, different artworks, and of course the Exodia pieces in the different artwork form as well. Previously only released in the OCG. And of course Konami's also doing something very special with the OCG in terms of the Starter Deck 2018, which we will get into, but we are also going to get into the Lost Art. What do I think of the Lost Art? Is the Lost Art promotion just going to be a fad? Is it going to fizzle away? Is Monster Reborn peaked? Should you sell Monster Reborn now? Should you buy it? Should you buy the Exodia pieces? Will they be reprinted? It's all going to be featured in this video, but we're also going to talk from a business perspective of what Konami exactly is doing to try and get more people back on the bandwagon, the people that they felt like they've lost throughout the 5 to 10 year span. And I think they're doing a good job in the last few months. Obviously, people love free stuff, so they're giving away for $30 spent in products, so people have to buy the product at the store. You get one of these Lost Art promotion cards. Of course, it changes every month, so it's kind of, once it's gone kind of thing. Now, of course, if Konami was smart, they would never reprint these Lost Art promotion cards, but we all know Konami. They'll probably disappoint us, and they will reprint those cards. But if they ever don't, if they ever decide this is going to be the only English TCG artwork of Monster Reborn, the sky is the limit for this card. This card could extremely skyrocket in future value, but the risk, there's always going to be that thought, that thinking from the general community that says, well, it will get reprinted eventually. And as a result, that is going to hinder the growth. You know, that's the problem with Konami. When you have that reputation, it's hard to get rid of it. Obviously, if they don't ever reprint this again in the TCG and that artwork, I mean, maybe people will start to think differently and prices will reflect that. But at this moment, prices at about $30, $35. You know, it's tough to say. I think it's going to be reprinted. I think it will eventually could plateau all the way up to 50. If it hits 50, I'm selling right away. You know, I'll keep a copy or whatever for myself or get something graded just for my collection. But if you have a bunch of them, I think you want to sell. It's all risk return, you know. If it hits 50, 55, 60, you're going to look and you're going to say, well, it might be time to sell because the risk reward is just too slim, the margin. So, but anyways, Konami, we are taking these cards, these collector cards. We are now giving collectors what they want for a small buy-in price, okay? I never knew that Konami was now running a casino. I never knew that Konami would know how to run something like this, but what they're doing is they're basically in the OCG. Before I get into that, let's just recap what's going on with the OCG, because I'm pretty sure you've seen on the title of this video. Whoa, you probably saw $10,000, $15,000 Ghost Rare Dark Magician Girls, everything, Blue Eyes White Dragon, a whole laundry list of special edition re-released cards. Now, supposedly very small amounts. If you go to the Wikia on the bottom in the description, you'll see the entire list of cards put in randomly to this Starter Deck 2018. Now, just for kicks, I ordered one. You know, obviously, you open any product, you're going to take a beating rather than you sell it sealed. But I just said, why not? You know, it's 25 bucks on eBay. Pick it up from Japan. Let me just press my luck, even though that 0.00012 odds of me pulling any sort of thing other than a token could be feasible. But again, that's what people are doing. If you don't know, 2018 Japanese OCG starter decks. One randomly inserted token / 20th anniversary card. Now, of course, the majority of these decks, majority meaning 99%, will feature a just random garbage token. Cool, but no one really cares about it. But what everyone cares about are these prize cards that were all of a sudden found in storage and reinserted into these decks. I mean, my goodness, Konami. This is a genius idea. Absolute genius. If you put something in these products, people will buy it just because they have that craving. Why did I buy one deck? Why did I even waste my money? You know, I'm going to get the deck in. I'm going to open it on this channel, and I'm going to say, here we go. We have a chance at a secret rare Dark Magician Girl worth $10,000, everybody. They inserted about 10 of them into the game. Or 10 of them into the deck. So, we have a chance. We have a chance at a Blue Eyes White Dragon worth $4,000. We have a chance at a Dark Magician worth $2 to $3. It's all in this deck for $25. We have a chance. We have a shot. And so, I'll end up wasting my money and opening it on video. And, of course, probably getting one of those tokens. And I'll say, that's why you don't open stuff. But the chase is what really matters. And Konami is doing a great job at providing collectors with a chase. Something they have not done and have not stressed to do in a very long time. Okay? When you provide value, potential value to a consumer, potential value, they're going to buy it up. They don't care what the risks are. People don't think like that. People don't say, I'm going to buy this and I have a 0.00001 chance of getting this card. They're going to say, there's a chance. There's a possibility. Why do people buy scratch-offs? There's a chance on this dollar scratch-off that I could win $20,000. The odds are only 1 in 3.8 million. You know, there's a chance I could win the Mega Millions if I buy a $5 ticket. I could be set for life. So I am going to spend this very marginal amount of $5 or whatever it may be to play. You got to pay to play, right? And so with Konami, with these decks, the fact is, for $25, $30, you know, you have a chance to pull a card legitimately worth $10,000 to $15,000, legitimately $3,000 to $4,000, legitimately $2,000 to $3,000, legitimately $1,000 here, $1,000 here, $1,000 for this one, $1,000 for this one, and you could say, whoa, there's a lot of different chances. There's a lot of different cards I could pull. My odds have grown by another 0.0002%. So now I have a realistic shot. When in reality, the probability of something like that is so low. But Konami says, well, we inserted this for, not only this, we inserted this as a special bonus into our 2018 Japanese OCG Starter Deck. So, everyone buy. And you know what? Collectors all of a sudden see that 2018 Starter Deck and they say, I don't know what the heck is going on with the game, but if I could get that promo that I always wanted 20 years ago, let's just buy it for the heck of it. Let's give it a shot. And they buy it. And they get the tokens. Worst case scenario for Konami is they buy the 1 or 2 decks just for kicks, and they make the money on that. Best case scenarios are exposed to the newer cards. Maybe they say, wow, this kind of brings back memories. Let me play the game again. Let me just try it over. Let's see how the game is now. That's an ultimate scenario, because it's like that hook that brings new people, or even older guys that used to play the game, brings them back in, just says, hey, you could pull that card you always wanted. You know, you could pull that Charizard base. Imagine Pokemon did something like, you could pull this Charizard base set in this deck. And you know how fast that would fly off the shelves just for that 0.00002% chance of it actually being inside? Pretty quickly. And I think it's a genius idea. And again, this video is about the genius of Konami in the last few months of doing something like this. Because, again, it's bringing older players back into it. And think about it this way. If you have me buying one, I know people that literally don't play the game that are buying this stuff just because it's like, well, you know, I was talking to somebody and I said, you may as well just put it on red or put it on black at a casino. Play some blackjack if you really want to gamble your money away. At least you got better odds with doing that. I mean, the max you're going to get back is $10,000 from a $25 deck. It's $25 to play. That's pretty darn expensive, considering the payout really isn't that high. You know, you go to a slot machine at a $25 clip, you know, you could be a millionaire, you know, something like that. But it's the hobby and the fun of it. You know, people, and he said, or she said, well, instead of throwing it on red or black, I want to put it into a deck on Yu-Gi-Oh cards because I simply like the game. I like the hobby. So Konami's all of a sudden saying, well, we don't even have to overcharge. We could literally charge 25 and people would be happy. People will say, wow, that's wonderful. $30. Oh my gosh, that's a great deal. You know, it gives us a chance. And it does. It gives the person that extra incentive to buy it because people want to buy, people want to put into something what makes them happy. And you know what's crazy? You could put it on a roulette wheel. You could win, you have way better odds to win your money. And if you ever were to win that money, you could buy 3 of those Dark Magician girls with your winnings for what you paid in terms of the play buy-in cost and what you potentially could return, the ROI, and whatever it may be, even though, again, it's a losing investment no matter what way you're doing it if you're gambling. But people simply just want what makes them, quote-unquote, happy. And so when in their brain they say, wow, I could just get that card right now. I could just, literally, I have a chance to get that card. They say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, I'm buying. And look, if there's 10,000 people like me out there that say, I'm just going to buy a deck for kicks. 10,000 people. Think of all of the international imports, online imports, in Japan, in Asia, in Europe. Think of it. And if you have 5,000 to 10,000 people doing something like that, spending an extra 25 on a deck, that's decent revenue return. I mean, that's return that Konami... You think I'd buy a starter deck 2018 if there was no other incentive? Just to buy the starter deck 2018? Absolutely not. So they suckered me into one. They suckered me. Konami did it. You guys have done it. And I'll get some crap token that I don't want. And you will make your money. But if you do it to 5,000 people, 10,000 people, you're making extra money. That's a decent amount of money. Decent chunk of change. And again, if you can hook people into it, if you can get people buying it and saying, well, I missed these cards... Now you have another long-term customer added value, and you're pretty much golden. You know, when you hear the news about a re-release, you got this Vulpix just going, whoa, whoa, thumbnail material. Yeah, I mean, look, obviously I've bought in like cases and cases. That's why I look like a complete fool here. I mean, I'm half naked. My shirt is almost ripped off because I just wasted so much money on these decks. No, I'm kidding. But, yeah, I just wasn't, I wasn't feeling like a legit shirt. I was looking like a mess. I didn't go into bed after this video, so just letting you guys know that. Anyways, so, that's about it. What it's doing is it's a great marketing ploy by Konami because it gives you that itch, that hope. And when you have the hope, and you're a buyer, and you really want to gamble, and you're saying, there's a chance, there's a legitimate chance that I could get this card. I could win this card. I don't care. The odds don't matter to me. The average person says, well, the odds don't matter. They're low, but I have a chance. I have a feeling. I have a good feeling in my head that it could happen. And all of a sudden, it's turning Konami into this gambling kind of machine. Legal gambling, it seems. That's what any card-type pack it is. You open a pack, you're legally gambling. You open a pack, you're scratching off a lotto. It's basically, that's what it is. You know, you open a box of cards, you are buying a sheet of lottery tickets. Because that's what it is. You know, you're basically banking that you're going to make whatever you make on the packs. Now, people will say, I open it because I enjoy it. And that's another reason why you're going to sell more of these decks than you would going to a casino playing a roulette wheel. Because these Yu-Gi-Oh fans will buy it. You know, myself, like I said, I was suckered into it. I think I'll stop talking now. But the main thing here is Konami, good job. Thank you for doing something like this and adding this extra added value that would provide consumers with an extra chase that normally they wouldn't have. In addition, leading them on to buying some of these decks, some of these cards that they normally wouldn't have. Like myself, I wouldn't have bought this crap starter. I don't care about starter decks or 2018 starter decks. I don't play the game, but I just figured, let me just open one for the channel. And I obviously watch what I lose in terms of my money. In terms of the lost art, you are adding so much added value. You are adding collectors to get back into the game. You are adding, you know, $30. It's not a big buy-in. So if you spend $30 and you're almost getting a $20 card back, $30 card back, you're adding extra value, and people love free stuff. People love added value in the sense that it's free. It's free. I'm going to buy it. But as a company, you say, well, you add these free, you know, whatever it may be, and you're keeping customers happy, retaining customers, and adding new customers. Kudos to Konami for doing these things for the 20th anniversary. The silver and gold blue eyes also are coming, which is pretty awesome. The silver's in Japan only. I'm wondering about the gold. But I just want to make this video just to talk about the business perspective and the tactic that Konami has been doing, and it's really working out. From what I'm hearing, these Starter Deck 2018s have been getting ripped open because people are gamblers. People can't control themselves. They really can't. And for Konami, that's a good thing, and they're surely taking advantage of it. Without further ado, Yu-Gi-Oh! Tube, signing out.